There's one way in which we are all 100% equal.
那有一个东西是我们所有的人都是100%平等的。
There is nothing different for me and you in one very special way.
然后有一个非常特别的方式，一个非常特别的东西，是你跟我完全没有不同的。
I want to be happy.
我想要快乐，
You want to be happy.
你也想要快乐。
I do not want to be unhappy.
我不想要不快乐，
And you do not want to be unhappy.
而你也不想要不快乐。
We are exactly the same.
我们是一模一样的。
From the very beginning, exert yourself in the practice of treating others and yourself the same. When the happiness and the sufferings are the same, then you will care for all just as you do yourself.
How can you do this with your partner, with your family, with your children, with your parents?
你怎么样可以跟你的伴侣、你的父母、你的小孩、你的家人去做呢？你的朋友，
Can you think of how you can begin to do this?
你可不可以想想你要怎么样可以开始去做这件事情呢？
And
而且，
how can you do it with a stranger?
Now, she's going to show us something where she needs support. And what you're going to do is, it's not that you're going to support her. You're going to be in your head. You got to be in your head. I got things to get done. I don't want to deal with these people who have support, but you're going to take a moment to look at her because she's in front of you needing support. You're going to try to be in her mind and think, what is she thinking about you who's standing there while she's trying to get support? You're going to try to figure out what she's thinking of you. Okay? Okay. All right. She needs support. Let's show us out. You're trying to think what she's thinking about you, because she's obviously in front of you. Good. Make eye contact is good. Okay. Tell us.
I think she's thinking that you clearly see my physical state, maybe not internally, you see my external. So why wouldn't you
Do something.
something?
Exactly.
And then staring at me, clearly seeing that I'm struggling.
Exactly.
Like anything.
Like anything.
Like, are you okay? You need assistance. What's wrong?
Exactly.
Simply.
Exactly. Exactly. So now, just for fun, do it again, and now react on that. What would you do?
What would I do?
Okay? I love the one-legged thing too. It's funny. Cool. Thank you. So now, how is that different if you just saw her doing that, and then you just went up because you're like, well, first of all, you're just like, you know, who is this person? You know, you just might. Did you hear that? What you said? You know, I wasn't really paying attention. I just saw this person was like falling, and I just did this thing, you know. But you had emotion about it, you see, because you had to switch yourself to do that. I could have helped her without the emotion, without the feeling, right? Because she was demonstrating a really thing that she just kind of needed that foot down, you know? And so that's how you exchange self with others and how it cracks through and you wind up doing something different.
They're going to yell at you,
他们会怒骂你，
and you're going to yell back.
然后你骂回去。
But
但是
sometimes they're going to yell at you,
有的时候他们骂了你，
and sometimes you wait 1 second,
有的时候你停了1秒钟，
and and then you yell back.
然后你骂回去。
The magic is in the 1 second you didn't yell back.
那个神奇的力量就在那1秒钟你没有骂回去的时候，
Rejoice in that 1 second,
去很为自己随喜那1秒钟。
and maybe next time it'll be 3 seconds.
或许下一次它变成3秒钟，
And in that way, maybe that 3 seconds will turn into 30 seconds.
在那样的方式中，或许3秒钟，下次变成了30秒，
And that 30 seconds will turn into not yelling back at all.
那之后30秒变成了完全不会回骂回去，
And that not yelling back at all will turn into responding with love.
Let's make up something you're jealous about for him.
I mean, I can come up with one right now.
Okay, go for it.
I'm jealous of the way you dance.
Okay. And when you see that he is like looking at you with that kind of jealousy, right? Try to imagine you are him and what he's thinking of you. And how does that feel? Now he gave it to us, which is easier, okay? Sometimes we have to imagine what it is. How does that make you feel, knowing he
It's
is?
hard in the context of dance because it's almost like a compliment. So
Yes.
yeah, it comes along with sort of like pride, I guess.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how do you think he might feel being jealous of that? When he looks at you and he's jealous, you could act it out a little bit, like, you know. Just look at him. Be thinking it. You're inside his mind, looking at you.
I guess it would have to be in comparison to himself, so it wouldn't feel great for him.
Right.
He's feeling that way.
Right. So now we're talking about him. Now you're just the subject, okay? We didn't get to what you get to work out. So then, what would you do with that feeling right now? Say,
Well, I'd let him know that I think he's an incredible dancer as well and shouldn't feel that way.
isn't that cool?
Yeah.
All by thinking about what he's thinking about when he looks at you. So now let's switch it around. Competitive. You're competitive. And besides that, he thinks you're great. You actually are really competing with him. You probably are too. And so, are you in the same classes?
Yeah.
So it's so perfect, you know. Okay. So what does it feel like? What are you feeling, you know, with competitive with him?
If I really have to stretch it, I guess we did a piece together in
Cool.
comp, which means that it was a duet, so I guess it's like the competition of
Exactly.
just us dancing together creates a competition in a sense for the audience.
And maybe that was, let's exaggerate, maybe that was stressful for you when you're on stage. Let's just, we have to exaggerate to prove our point here. Okay? And you, what was that?
I need to be better than him.
So now, he's giving you the information. Now, how does it feel to be him with those emotions looking at you? Because you're the one he's competitive with.
It almost feels tiring to always have that bearing on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Like anxious almost, in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. So what would you be able to do?
I would just say, in terms of us dancing together, we use each other's strengths to help boost each other in a way. And the dance is showcasing both of us.
Really?
And getting to dance with
Yeah.
them is just gooch. So
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So see how you're exchanging self and but then you're putting yourself, and it's like this constant thing of just doing that with people when you meet them. And it takes a moment because I'm looking at you. I have to think about it. Like it took me a minute. Okay, wait. So I need stillness to be able to do that. I need focus. And it's something you can do on the spot. I'm looking at him, looking at me. Now he's looking at me, and I'm gonna do the other one, which is a hard one. He's looking at me, and I'm thinking, this is the pride, okay? Which I'm not really feeling right now, but I could tell when he's looking at me. I could say, oh, I could see where I could go there. So, and don't tell me how you feel. I'm gonna show you how you just pretend it. So I'm gonna be you looking at me, and I'm like, oh, I'm the one sitting here telling you all these like things. I know so much, you know, pride. And he's looking at me like, what the hell is she talking about? She hasn't said a thing yet, and I've been here, and now it's like suddenly, my pride just went, because I'm imagining you're saying that, and it might be too, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. But it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like, so you check your own emotion. When you're interacting with somebody, how's that affecting this relationship? I can carry on with the pride, and never give you a, he wants that answer, I'm not giving it. He'll have to come back next week. I'm gonna hold on to it, so they need me. Or something like that. We do that with our pride. This is mine. You can't have it, right? But he's looking at me like, but I came here to get something. What the hell, she's not giving me nothing, So what do? When I think that, he's looking at me thinking that, so I'm saying, oh, I better take my negative emotion and get rid of it. Because he needs something right now. So how do we do it when somebody needs something?
It's our selfishness that separates us.
是我们自私的这个心去分别了你我。
So if we can change our idea that you are me,
所以我们可以去改变这个你我之间的这个分别。
then when you feel sad,
当你感觉到难过，
I feel like I have to take away that sadness
我也想去带走你的这个难过，
in the way that you need.
在你需要的这样的方式，
Not because you're making me sad,
并不是因为是你让我难过的，
but because I want you to be happy.